are still in Zermatt. We rode the gondola up to Schwarzsee. That's the Matterhorn behind us again, and we are excited to head down. So we're on this fire road for a bit. And we get on some Singletrack, but I gotta say, this is the most scenic fire road I've ever been on, which I guess previously was Kamikaze at Mammoth, but yeah, it's got that speed. Grayson started mountain biking in the 90s when there were far fewer trails and a lot of mountain biking was just fire road descents. So he loves a good loose, sketchy fire road descent. Oh yeah, Singletrack. So the trail we rode yesterday was just a flow trail with nowhere to get off or get lost or anything. And today there's a few more trails, but the trails don't really have names so much as like I think about it. Like there's really good trail signage, but it's by numbers. So we're following 3 and 21. I'm not complaining about it not being fully single track here because I can look at the mountains. This bike is a rental, and it's fine. It's probably better than a lot of rentals, but man, it makes me miss my Ritmo, especially the brakes. All right, we found a Singletrack. Turns out we were a little tricked by the Scenic flow trail. Most of the mountain bike trails around Zermatt are hiking trails that bikes are allowed on and not at all built with mountain biking in mind. So this was the first of many times we ended up walking our bikes, but the views totally made it worth it. The fire road was like track 21. Now we're on track 3. Whew. It was cold at the top, so I put my other layer on and then it got warm quickly. I'm so sweaty. So the bike rental, Matterhorn Sports, where we rented our bike, said this trail that we were on, that there was a warning that people get freaked out because it's rated like green on trail forks, but there's lots of exposure. And I can see why people think that. So, yeah. Epic glacier views aside, this reminds me a lot of, the trail itself reminds me a lot of Confluence in Auburn, in that like nothing's technically that hard. It's like a little rocky, but you could fall off a cliff if you mess up. Similar to Second Divide in Downeyville, and you know, the beautiful river below is also similar to that. I'll have to look up to see how much travel this bike has. I'm curious, but yeah. I would do a bigger bike if I come back. Yeah, on this particular trail, there's not much that I think I would have ridden on a bigger bike that I've walked on this, just because it's more of the exposure than the actual technicality. But I don't think there's any disadvantage to having a bigger bike here, especially if you come with a good pedaling platform. So yeah, we come back doing a bigger bike and flat pedals. One thing that's been really cool is how similar the plants are to the Sierra. They're not exactly the same. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are the same that have been transplanted or whatever, but there's something that looks just like our fireweed. There's stuff that looks like rattlesnake grass. Thistles. But yeah, I haven't been stopping to seek. I don't know. But yeah, I guess, we're at a very similar elevation to trekking the Sierra. So it kind of makes sense that similar plants would thrive. So we can hear all these bells. We think it's the sheep. There's these really cute black-faced sheep. I'd really like to see them. There's some electric fence, so we assume there's some sheep on the other side of there. We stopped for a long snack break with a gorgeous view. Been watching this hiking YouTube channel, and they're all about scenic snack spots. They've inspired me. So, as I was saying, I have been inspired by Live Hard, Love Hard. They do a lot of hiking and climbing. They're very hardcore, but they are all about having snacks in beautiful locations, and we are not very good about stopping and enjoying our snacks. So I've been doing that on this trip. Do not want to get a flat out here. So Trailworks gives us either a green or a blue, and I'd say like most of what's rideable is definitely in that wheelhouse, but there's just stuff that's really high consequence or impossible. So unless you're like Danny McCaskill, be prepared to walk some of it. Okay, we just accomplished a dream. We had beer and cheese and bread and fried cheese and bread and spaghetti at a Mountainside restaurant that we biked to. So, life goal complete. So I think we're just cruising this gravel path back to Zermatt instead of getting back on the single track. But with the amount of cheese and bread I just ate, I don't know that I have it in me to do a technical trail right now. Well, so far today I've ridden the most beautiful fire road in the world, and now the most beautiful gravel path in the world.